Think you already know how to cut a watermelon? One simple trick will change the way you've been doing it for years. Hi friends, I'm Nancy. I used to think cutting a watermelon was supposed to be a struggle until I learned these simple tricks. Today, I'll show you a few smart ways to cut watermelon that are fast, clean, and gentle on your hands. Stay with me, because once you try these, you'll never go back to the old way again. If you want a watermelon presentation that looks impressive, but is actually very easy to make, this birdwing style is such a lovely choice. It's perfect for family gatherings, weekend brunch, or anytime you want to turn a simple fruit into something a little more special. Start by placing the whole watermelon horizontally on a cutting board. With a sharp knife, slice it in half lengthwise, so you have two long, even halves. Take one half and turn your knife toward the long edge of the melon and carve shallow V-shaped grooves, creating a zigzag pattern. You don't need to press too hard. You're mainly shaping the green rind so the design shows clearly when the melon opens. Watermelon is naturally rich in vitamins A and C, which help your eyes, skin, and immune system stay healthy. It's also low in calories and wonderfully hydrating, making it a great choice for older adults or anyone watching their diet. That's why turning it into beautiful, easy-to-eat pieces is such a fun and healthy idea. When you've finished carving the zigzag along both sides, use your hands to gently push the two sides of the rind outward. As you do this, the red flesh inside will open up like a pair of wings spreading wide. Each piece of watermelon will lift slightly, forming neat triangle shapes that are easy to grab. It looks artistic, but it takes only a few minutes. No molds, no special tools, and no mess, just a few careful cuts and a little creativity. Your guests will think you spent hours on it, even though it's one of the quickest ways to prepare watermelon beautifully. If you want a way to cut watermelon that's quick, tidy, and perfect for both kids and adults, these popsicle-style slices are a wonderful option. They look cute, they're easy to hold, and best of all, they keep your hands clean while you enjoy the sweet, juicy fruit. Start by placing the watermelon on a sturdy cutting board. Cut it lengthwise from top to bottom so you end up with two halves. Take one of those halves and continue cutting lengthwise into 3 or 4 long sections, depending on how large your melon is. Set 1/4 of the melon flat on the cutting board, then trim off the 2 pointed ends. This step makes shaping the slices easier and keeps everything looking neat. Next, place your knife about an inch from the left edge and cut straight down along the rind, but be sure not to cut through the red flesh. Do the same on the right side. These 2 small cuts help loosen the rind on both edges, leaving a strip of rind in the middle that acts like a built-in handle. Carefully slide the knife between the rind and the flesh on each side to lift away the loose pieces of rind. Now you have a long block of watermelon with the handle right in the center. Slice the block into pieces about 1 inch thick. Each slice becomes a mini watermelon popsicle, easy to pick up without dripping juice everywhere. Arrange them on a plate however you like, stacked, fanned out, or standing upright for a fun presentation. This method is perfect for family buffets, outdoor gatherings, children's parties, or anytime you want something refreshing that's also mess-free. It's such a simple little trick, but it instantly turns watermelon into a clean, enjoyable treat for everyone. If you love serving fruit in a way that looks neat, pretty, and easy to enjoy, this next method is perfect. It turns a simple quarter of a watermelon into bite-sized pieces that look beautiful on any table. Start by taking 1/4 of the melon and placing it flesh side down on a cutting board. Trim off the 2 pointed ends so you have a more stable shape. This makes the cutting process much easier and gives your final pieces a cleaner look. Next, cut the melon into bite-sized strips. Don't worry too much about getting every slice the same, just keep them roughly even so they look nice when arranged on a plate. Once you have your strips, it's time to loosen the rind. Carefully slide your knife between the rind and the red flesh, but only cut about 2/3 of the way through. You want to separate the flesh enough to lift it later, but not completely detach it from the rind. If there's a thicker white layer under the rind, feel free to trim a little of it off. This will make shaping easier and help the final presentation look more polished. Now place the rind on the cutting board and use your knife to make 2 diagonal cuts from the center, forming a gentle V shape. This creates a simple little decorative base that looks especially nice when placed in the center of a fruit platter. Once the base is shaped gently, arrange each piece on the platter. Kids and adults love this method because it's easy to pick up and enjoy without a mess. It's a simple way to turn ordinary watermelon into something a little more special, perfect for family gatherings, weekend meals, or casual entertaining. Have you ever tried this cutting style? If you have, share your experience in the comments, because many people enjoy hearing how others make their fruit platters look special. The method starts with a simple idea. First, cut a large watermelon slice lengthwise into 2 equal smaller pieces. This makes each piece much easier to hold control and shape. Take one of the smaller pieces and place it on your cutting board. Now use a sharp knife to separate the flesh from the rind, but keep the whole piece intact. You're not cutting it into individual cubes yet. Keeping the original shape helps the next steps come out much cleaner.
Once the flesh is free from the rind, begin cutting even blocks about 1 to 2 centimeters wide.
Cut all the way down to the rind, but leave the blocks in place as if they were still attached. Next, use both hands to gently push the blocks outward, alternating left and right. In just a moment, the slice will fan open into a little watermelon boat. It looks lively, colorful, and perfect for entertaining. When you place it on a party table or a family dinner spread, it instantly becomes a highlight. My favorite part of this method is that the rind acts like a natural tray, so no watermelon juice drips out. When everyone is done eating, all you have to do is toss the rind. No extra dishes, no mess, just simple convenience for any meal or outdoor gathering. If you're looking for the quickest and cleanest way to cut a watermelon, this method will become your new favorite. It's simple, safe, and perfect for anyone who wants neat pieces without making a mess. Start by cutting the watermelon in half horizontally. You'll immediately see 2 beautiful halves with a clean, round surface. Take one half and place it flesh side down on your cutting board. This little detail makes a big difference. Resting the red side against the board keeps the fruit steady, prevents slipping, and makes the cutting process much safer. With a sharp knife, begin cutting straight down from top to bottom, slicing through both the rind and the flesh to create long, even strips. Try to keep your cuts about the same width so your final pieces look uniform. Once you have the strips, simply rotate your cutting board or shift your position slightly and continue slicing across the strips to create perfect rectangular pieces. You'll notice that each piece naturally pulls away from the rind, so you don't need to use a knife to separate them. Just lift the cubes gently with your hands clean, simple, and no sticky juice all over your fingers. With just a few straight cuts, you get a full tray of beautiful watermelon pieces in less than a minute. No fuss, no dripping juice, no complicated carving, just fresh sweet watermelon ready to enjoy. Perfect for busy days or anytime you want something quick and refreshing. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope these simple cutting tips make your days in the kitchen a little easier and a lot more enjoyable. Next time you pick up a watermelon, try one of these methods and see which one feels best for you. Take good care of yourself, stay hydrated, and enjoy something fresh and sweet whenever you can. I'll see you in the next video.